Hello and welcome to Two Old Dogs and One New Trick, where we tackle your job search one question at a time. I'm Dan Troop, and this is John Hadley. John, what's our question for today?
Dan, your network, quantity or quality?
Oh, that's a good question. I think my overall answer would be it's the quality of your contacts that matter, but it has to be with a very defined quantity of contacts. Because, I see the job search like a sales cycle where you're selling yourself. And, sales reps, they don't go out in their territory and call on every single prospect in their territory. They focus on the companies that they think have the most potential to buy what they're selling. Mm-hmm. So I talk to clients about building a job search funnel. And you got to fill the top of that funnel with somewhere between 300 to 450 potential network contacts. Now, those could be contacts that are in the industries or companies that you're targeting. They could also be contacts that are holding a job title or position similar to the one that you're targeting. And when you reach out to that very specific quantity of contacts, you're gonna likely be successful in meeting with about a third to half of them. That's just human nature. So over time, you'll end up with a quality of contact of about 100 to 150 quantity of contacts. And with that many contacts over time, you'll end up with, on average, about 7 to 10 interviews. And if you're skilled and prepared for each of those interviews, you'll get at least one job offer. So that's how I see it. What about you, John?
Well, I had a different flavor of the question that came up in a workshop. I hear it a lot, which is on LinkedIn. Shouldn't I just accept every single connection request that I get? Because I need to have a really big network. And my philosophy is no. I really like the way you frame that with a specific number to target 300 to 450 contacts that are really relevant to your search at your industry level, et cetera. I think that's really helpful to have a goal like that. But then I think the most powerful network is one where you actually know people in your network to some degree. Not everyone has to be your best friend, but you also don't need, in my view, to be a lion, a LinkedIn open networker who accepts any single connection request that comes your way. Now, the reason I think people say they should have as big a network as possible is the search capability that you get, the power of LinkedIn that comes when you have a very, very large network. But as long as you have a good network, if you need more, if you need a little better search, go and connect with a few really good recruiters in your space because they are very well connected, and that'll really give you a big boost in your search capabilities and your findability. But I don't really want to be in the position where you who know me reach out and say, hey, I see you're connected to Jane and she's someone I'd really like to connect to. Can you do something like, oh, well, no, I don't know who Jane is. I just accepted her connection. You say, okay, well, what about Michael? Well, yeah, I don't know Michael either.
Yeah.
Pretty soon you're going to stop thinking of me as a valuable connection for you either. So I think it's important that you have a reasonable quality in your network. I accept, as long as someone gives me a good reason to connect, I'll connect with people. But I don't just connect with people who send me the standard LinkedIn, please join my network connection request. So
Gotcha.
That's my take on it. And I hope this tip has been helpful. We'll look forward to talking to you next time.
All right, great. Thanks, John.